Commendatores, welcome to Sopranos Prima Volta. Here we are. Throw your V's up for Volta.
Throw your V's up.
Throw the V's in the sky. Throw them high.
Woo!
Ian Fidance, his Prima Volta. Sam Roberts, my
Prima Volta?
No,
Oh,
multi-Volta.
Okay.
You may not know this before, but Ian, I've seen the show many times.
What?
I have seen The Sopranos before this.
I thought we were watching it together for the first time.
Nope, it's just you. You are guiding us through this.
Whoa.
Through your virgin eyes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you're saying I'm in the driver's seat and you're in the back next to a dead Gumar.
Yes, and you got a little cat. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
It'll get you.
Scared myself with my own vision.
Yeah. You got a little caterpillar crawling on your head.
I know.
That's what's going on right
distracted
now.
me.
That's what's going on. We went all over all of that in Calling All Cars. That was season 4, episode 11. If this is your first time watching the show, go back, watch the other episodes because we're not covering that anymore. We covered it from top to bitty bottom. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Paisan.
It was great. And you did a great job of kind of opening my eyes. That's my favorite thing about the show is that you open my eyes to things and I open your eyes to things.
Open up my eyes to things.
I open up your eyes to things and we see things through the lens of each other.
Huh.
And I think that helps people see things that way at home. And I think that deserves Whitman's.
Oh my gosh, Whitman's. It actually changed the camera. Is this a sampler?
It's a sampler. Made to share since 1842.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not just for you. It's for the family.
It's for all of you. It's for the Commendatores. Keep in mind, when we get Whitman's here on the show, it's for all of us.
Yes.
Because when we eat, everybody
Sam
eats.
Triali's your family.
Sam Triali's your family.
Yes.
Never-ending breadsticks for everyone.
I still want to go with you to Olive Garden.
We should.
We should wear suits.
Yeah. I mean, if you do the legwork,
Yes.
I will go.
You give me your suit size, I'll run you a tux. And we're going to call up our best friend that's a Native American Indian chief and get him to send us a helicopter.
Hey, man,
the
he owes
Olive
us
Garden
one.
in
He
Times
owes us
Square.
one.
Yeah.
He owes us one. So
Yep.
look, we've got a lot to unpack. Just when you think they've answered all the questions.
Like a trip to Florida or getting a beach house. We're going to sponsor us.
Okay, that was a free ad. But the next one is going to cost you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
set the hook, so now you're addicted and you want more.
Actually, you know what we should do? To get sponsors?
Mm.
We should do it like the real mafia would do it, right?
Yeah.
Where we'll do an ad that they didn't ask for, and then we'll muscle them into paying us.
Yes.
So since you just did the boo,
Uh-huh.
we'll go to McDonald's corporate headquarters,
Yes.
and we'll muscle them into giving us like, what do you think?
You and I can't because we're the head of this thing of ours.
We're the bosses.
Yeah, so we get to subcontract it out to a soldier,
Travis?
to a
Taft?
commandantori,
Oh.
to Travis. Wow.
Isn't that a good idea?
Making Travis a mafia soldier.
Yeah.
Dude, who would be our crew?
Okay, let's think about it. Okay, let's fill out. So Travis.
I'm Tony. You're Sil.
I mean, that's not a thing.
You're right. You're Carm.
Okay, well, so you're obviously Meadow.
All right, Gloria.
Okay. You
are clearly Irina.
I was going to give it to you because of those drunk phone calls. Listen, I think that...
all right. Our crew is clearly Hot Dog.
Okay, all right. You and I are both going to be Tony.
Yes.
Okay, so Paulie and Sil. Sil is the number 2 guy.
Uh-huh.
Who would? I feel like we don't have a lot of people that are like up here.
Uh-huh.
We just have a lot of soldiers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Hot Dog's in the crew.
Hot Dog's in the
For
crew,
sure.
For sure.
Travis is in the crew for sure.
Travis is in the crew.
I feel like
Troy's Troy's an enforcer.
I think Troy's no, Hot Dog's probably Bobby Bacala.
And Mary Jean is Janice.
Definitely. Mary Jean. Yep, Mary Jean is Janice. And everything that she does is really she's manipulating people just to get my attention.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
way she's trying to get Tony's attention.
Yep.
Yeah, so Mary Jean is Janice. Hot Dog is Bobby.
Troy, I really think Troy is Gigi.
Troy can be Gigi.
Troy-
yeah.
Just a
Troy-
big, thick enforcer.
Right, who doesn't make a ton of appearances, but when he does, there are a lot of yeah. The same way Elvis did. That's the
Yeah.
way he'd like to go out. I think
Norton would be Ralph.
Norton's definitely Ralph. I think Travis
Yes.
is what's his name who pissed in the pool.
Patsy?
Travis is
That's so
Patsy.
because Patsy's my favorite.
Travis is Patsy because honestly, like,
He's
if I wanted somebody,
uh-huh.
if somebody was obsessed with me,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to send the least romantic person, like, whose face would be worse than Travis going like, and it won't be cinematic. It'll be my face, not his.
Can somebody Photoshop our crew on the bodies of season 4, the DVD cover
Yeah.
of Sopranos?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. And then,
Please.
well, okay, Norton's Ralph.
Yeah.
So I think,
Christopher is Montone.
I don't know. No, because we couldn't trust Montone the way Tony.
My blood, because I have become blood brothers with him.
You know what? Honestly, I think Mike is Ralphie
What?
because Mike is twisted.
I thought Norton's not twisted.
Norton, let's be honest.
But Norton's hilarious. Ralphie's hilarious.
Norton is-
Ralphie is bald.
Norton
Norton is bald. A lot of things else that are similar.
no, yeah, that's true. But I can say this: Norton is Junior. I mean, definitely, right?
Wow.
Couldn't you picture him in that hat?
Wow. Oh, I love it.
Your sister's cunt.
No, Chip is Junior.
Chip.
Norton
Chipperson
is Ralph.
That's it.
And-
Norton's Ralph. Chip Chipperson is Junior.
And Doug Bell is Paulie.
Doug Bell is definitely Paul.
Yep.
Yes. That's our crew. That's our crew.
We'll take on any other.
That's our crew. So, speaking of Junior,
I forgot that Junior was mob affiliated. And they were like, he's done this, he's done that, and murder. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
I forgot. I thought he was just like this, like, oh yeah.
I just thought he was just a bumbling old man that complained.
like Chip Chipperson.
He's just,
So I forgot. We didn't mention it last week, but last week was when we found
Oh,
out that
yeah.
the dementia thing isn't going to work.
yep.
And this week, episode 12, is when he actually is in trial.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby, and this is Bobby, right? Like, he's the sweet one. He's
Mhm.
the nice one. But he's also the one that's looking in the jury box, right?
Oh, yeah.
Looking in the jury box, looking
How'd
for
he pick that guy?
wedding ring.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
No one else there's married.
He saw the wedding ring and he said, that's our guy. He looked at his face. I think he made a character assessment.
Wow.
Looked at his face and then saw the wedding ring. That's why I don't wear my wedding ring. Not, I'm going to tell you right now.
Uh-huh.
The difference that it's made with the ladies,
Uh-huh.
not a lot. I don't want it to be a vulnerability.
Wow.
The mafia's never come after me.
Uh-huh.
No ring.
I wear
Plus,
rings.
this is my right hand anyway, so we're beyond this.
Yeah, you're right. Ska.
That's probably it.
That's the clip.
It's got- so, so he tracks him down and,
You know what? That was so good.
boom.
Thank you, Ian.
First is we
Bell
get
hooks, rest in peace. Continue.
we get the follow up. We do, and of course that juror does get threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets very much intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it almost honorable that they go for a man and not a woman? Wheel.
I think so. I
Hens be squawking.
think that's what they. That's true.
What women do.
And let me tell you this: a little bit of this and a little bit of this, because women be
Be
shopping.
shopping.
Yeah. So do we think? So we know that the juror is going to get intimidated. Do you think it's going to work?
I mean, yeah, he's there with this kid.
I'd be terrified. I'd be absolutely
I
terrified.
mean, some guy comes up to you and starts talking about how important you are.
So if you were on
A family man like you. Oh my God.
family man, so if you're on a jury and you get mafia intimidated in a convenience store,
I was thinking about this. What do you do?
what do you do? Like, how do you sit there in the jury room and they're like, clearly he's guilty. Yes, Yes. Yeah. They're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be hours going over, and you gotta be like. That's how afraid.
And you can't go. Look, guys. Someone came up to me and I was buying a candy bar.
Can't do it. Jury of 8 or 9.
Thought it was
12? 12 angry men.
People.
You got to piss off 11
Three people.
angry people. We don't see anything else.
Nope.
12. You got to make 11 angry people. But that's how scary the mafia is. I'm more afraid of that one person than these 11.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
But what do? Do you go, hey, and also, if you say, hey, I was intimidated, blah, blah, doesn't that then give it a hung jury? Or doesn't that then say, okay, well, we can't have a,
For jury tampering.
but they won't be able to catch who it was, right?
Well, I mean, if you did it on behalf of June, they could probably go like, hey, June, maybe it was you and the giant man who's been sitting in the courtroom the entire trial.
Yeah, but then,
Would I shit myself if I was lying?
I guess you just got to go along with it.
You just got to sit there for hours going, I don't think he's guilty. I don't think so. I can't tell. I don't think so. I don't think he's guilty. I don't think he's guilty for like
Until other people agree with you, or until they just go fine?
until they
Until they give it. So it's a
Well-
war of attrition.
I think either you got to get her. So that's why they only need one. So like if you never buckle and there's no unanimous thing, then the jury goes like, I don't fucking know.
So do you go, heads up?
Nothing that you guys can say to change my mind.
Why?
Because then what are you doing on the jury? The whole point of the jury is that they discuss it. So you would have to sit through the discussions because otherwise they'd go like, this juror is being completely unreasonable.
Because I firmly believe he's not guilty.
Well, what about not guilty? Any other questions?
Oh, you know what? I put the vote in this ballot box. Here, let me pull it out. What's it say? I can't read this.
Can you read this for me?
Can you read this for me? What's
can
it
you
say?
There's a lot of space.
Can you read that?
I mean, at that point, you
Can I
just
borrow my glasses?
you just fuck around in the jury room because it's like, what else? Put it on your abs like Tupac. We have okay. We're looking at the ballots now. One for guilty, one for guilty, one for guilty, one for guilty. What does GFY stand?
Nope.
No, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all like.
Yeah.
Would that be your strategy to just go from
them? The other people are going to tell. Right?
They're gonna rat.
They're going to rat.
That's why you can't intimidate an entire jury. You can only intimidate the one.
Right, but I can't, like, ask me guilty or not guilty.
I mean, we'll go around the room. We'll get to Ian. Ian,
Guilty.
why are you shaking your head when you say guilty?
No reason. No.
Isn't it hard to say no and not at the same time?
Very hard. Very, very hard. Almost as hard as being threatened with my family and not telling anyone.
Yeah, you just have to sit there. I mean, I guess you could try to find a strategy to go like, okay. Like, in debate class, right? You don't get to pick what side of the issue you're on.
I don't know, because I was too busy getting pussy. Not true. I was a virgin. I'm hoping for an eye into that room.
Into the jury room.
Yeah.
Everybody's not guilty.
I hurt my nose. I would love to see that scene in the...
Guilty. Comma, not.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Sir, are you doing a Borat impersonation
I do,
10
yeah.
years before it comes out?
I mean, I like the movie, and I don't think he's guilty.
I'm thinking like Johnny Sacks down there, and him and Carmine are on the same page. Ugh, poor little Carmine.
Just steamrolls him.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah. I mean, he's not helpful at all. So Tony's got to go ahead and burn a restaurant down to the ground.
Yeah, I'm watching that. I'm like, is this a good idea?
Yeah, but he's, a bitch.
Yeah.
So that's that. But
Yeah.
Carmine's not a bitch.
No, these people are all actors since Kramer.
Wow, that's quite a compliment.
Mm-hmm. Who's the artist?
I don't know who the artist was.
Yeah,
it was nice though.
It was impressive when I heard it.
Right, yeah. Banksy, of course, they
which
did.
is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
So then they decide to slow.
Sam was on this episode.
Me? You think I'm a big rat? Wait a minute. Did I just get finance connected?
Yeah.
Most unions, I don't think so. But in this case, the union's connected, and Carmine, does what he does.
Drops the hammer, and he's, proven that he's...
Things where it's like Elon buying a whole bunch of Twitter, and then maybe he's going to take...
Right.
Which is not sitting well.
No, and he's got, the expense of that house, plus probably double what his mortgage is, feeding that fat sack of shit Ginny Sack.
Why did you call her that?
What?
Why did you call her such a... You call her Ginny Sack of shit?
I'm going to commit a massive crime and then go, you got finance. And then I'll get raped in prison. Like, you just got finance.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us. We'll be right back after this.
And he intimates that if something were to happen to Carmine... Oh, my God! He intimates that if something were to happen to Carmine, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, which really tells you how trivial this whole mob thing is. It's literally one job. It's
kill him.
Maybe you kill him.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is a terrible second in our Patsy Travis.
Uh-huh.
We were like, I don't think the show sounded that good.
A friendly little palate cleanser clip we were looking at.
Maybe now you're... He was working at Fox News for a while as like a board op for Fox News Radio.
Uh-huh.
And he was working op for the guy who was on the air. And the guy who was on the air reported a death story, like a really sad death news story. No. And Hot Dog wasn't paying attention. 4 people are dead. And then the Jetsons theme played. No. Do, 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 do. And the guy apparently looked... Yeah, it was great. It was great. So Johnny Sack...
that weirded me out.
How quick it went?
How quick it went. And Johnny's got... Him turning on Carmine so quickly, Tony, to get him out of the picture.
So he gets Tony to kill...
But then he gets Tony out in case Tony wants to go for Johnny. Because
just him too. He doesn't get to take over New York. It's not one. You don't get. I'll kill this guy and absorb the other state's mafia. Or East Coast.
That would be great.
It'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Tony's like the Vince McMahon of the mafia who just takes over all the territories.
Yes.
And I'm in charge of the global mafia.
Yeah.
And
you see the little war back and forth, and then Tony comes out on top. Boom.
Yep. Now he's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. But it's not this show. Doesn't make any sense in this context.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Pal.
But do you think...
I don't know. It did weird me out that Johnny was so quick to turn on Carmine. But then again, it's hurting his wallet. These people only care about money. And,
You think Tony's going to kill Carmine for Johnny?
I mean, seeing Tony
I also think, by the way, it wasn't just... it was quick. But
also, you think he wanted to kill Carmine because Carmine wouldn't give him the okay to kill
I think it's the
Ralph?
I think it's the icing on the cake.
Huh.
I think
like
it started,
Pyomai was the icing on the cake for Ralph.
I think it started with so Tony and Johnny are not that different. I think it started with they can't come to an agreement on the Esplanade has meant that no money is coming in from the Esplanade.
Right.
And now that the warehouse operation is shut down, there's no money coming in on that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think all that stacked up that the minute the warehouse job cuts off, it's like, screw this. All the Machiavellian sort of ness of Tony, he didn't see this one coming.
No.
No,
not at all. And also, I'm wondering if Tony's wheels are grinding in his head to be like, hey, this is a great way to cover up Ralph.
And can you imagine?
Like I had to pop Carmine because of this, and because guess what? New York got Ralph. Bing, bam, boom. Once again,
clean as a whistle.
Never get in trouble.
I'm pretty much in this war right now where it might be us versus New York, and I might get killed. I got to meet with this guy. I'm not sure. He may even try to kill me in this. This is very dangerous. Oh, this is actually very good.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Also,
do you think that that's where this goes? I mean, we don't know. We've got one episode left after this.
I don't know.
You haven't seen episode 13.
Well, listen, they killed Ralph. No, wait, hold on. After Eloise, there's 1 or 2 more episodes.
1.
You sure?
Tony's feeling good after that, though. We also find out, speaking of Carmine,
Yeah, because also it makes Tony
something in this episode that you have theorized about for weeks now.
What?
Carmine doesn't know who Polly is.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, I was so like every time we've talked about this,
dude.
I've been thinking about this scene and waiting for you to see it because that's why I ask you about it every time we do this show. That we finally get that confirmation. Who'd you say you were?
Dude, it is incredible. First of all, Paulie Walnuts, I love you. What are you doing at the wedding? And he goes, hey, the groom's dad is my third cousin. You couldn't be further removed than importance at this wedding. Are you insane?
Do you think he just showed up?
Yes, yes, yes. He made up a lot, and he didn't even say like, "Oh, I went to high school with, the bride's uncle or whatever." The groom's father's third cousin is so far removed from, and those people look like that wasn't a nice place.
No.
They don't have a money for a ton of guests.
No,
they're bringing third cousins in there.
No,
what?
I think he snuck in.
Yeah, but he didn't even give an excuse like he was close. In his mind, he's justified to be there by being the groom's father's third cousin.
Well, I think he also thought
that's such a funny little thing.
He got walnutsed.
Yeah.
I think that he also thought that Carmine would be so happy to see him, it wouldn't matter.
Oh, dude, Carmine not knowing him. And he goes, Johnny who? Sack? Like, further showing Johnny's never mentioned to him.
Not once.
And he goes, didn't your father get hit by a trolley? So disrespectful. So just such a slap in the face. The only way I remember you is through massive tragedy, you fucking gavone.
Yeah, and I don't even consider it tragedy. I consider it a kind of a silly story.
He's being played.
And Paulie's face when he realized,
dude, it is. I mean, right there, I clenched my fist and went, "Let's go to war, baby. Let's go."
Now, right before this, Paulie was really feeling himself. And was arguing with Sil as if he was a very important guy.
Oh, yeah. And Sil tells him what he needs to hear, and he won't hear it. And I also love how they, like, both sit up and they get in each other's faces, but only the side of each other's faces. Like, they touch their temples together in their argument. But, like, yeah, Paulie has this entitlement to him that he's like a made guy because of his friendship with Tony, when we've seen friendship means nothing to Tony. Paulie's not living in reality.
And Paulie's been a bad friend.
Paulie's been a bad friend. He's been a bad earner. He's been a poor employee.
Well, Paulie, in his infinite wisdom, this fucking idiot. Paulie, in his infinite wisdom, goes, holy shit. I've been wrong the entire time.
Yeah.
I've been completely misled.
Him looking at himself in the mirror with that look was iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was iconic.
Yeah. I've been completely misled.
His face, Paulie's face went into the classic Shakespearean happy mask, sad mask that is on Hood comedy show flyers with the 1950s microphone. It just went like... looking in the mirror. It was incredible.
It's a clear example. You know, so many people worry about undervaluing themselves in negotiation. I think we were talking about it. I think it was last show when we were talking about, undervaluing and just settling or whatever. The only thing more pathetic than undervaluing yourself is overvaluing.
Oh, yeah.
When you realize that you've played a card that you don't have and everybody knows you don't have it.
Oh, dude.
And Paulie now realizes that he has no cards.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that he has a bad hand.
It's
he doesn't have any cards.
No, and he's been thinking he's got a flush.
Yeah.
When he doesn't even have, he's got a 4-7 offsuit.
It's like... Yeah, it's like thinking you have a flush.
Yeah.
And then looking down.
And seeing you have a 4-7 off suit.
And seeing you're holding a shoe. Like, oh, no. am I going to do with this?
Just an old boot from a cartoon fisherman. Pulls it out
Show
of the
us
lake.
your hands. I have this boot. Will this win me anything? No, Paulie. You have nothing. You shouldn't even be at the table.
An empty banana peel.
Just every part of this game you've played entirely wrong since ratting out Ralphie. All of it was the wrong play this entire season. So then he realizes he's got to make good. He's got to earn because he was yelled at for not earning.
Yet not only yelled at for not earning, but he, like I said, he's proven to be ineffective for so long.
Yes.
Like, he couldn't even kill that guy
No.
when he had a gun to his head.
So instead, psychopath that he is realizes
Dude.
that his mom's friend Mims said that she has cash in her apartment.
At first,
This elderly lady.
and he can't even rob her.
No,
He can't even rob an old lady.
he fucked it up.
He fucked that up. And he killed her. Paulie killed an old lady.
Take her shoebox full of money.
What the? Paulie?
He breaks into her house. He doesn't realize she's home. She finds him like under her bed. Hey, what's going on? And he tries to play it off
In
like
the middle of the night.
I was
like
just
he's
in your bedroom.
Yeah, hanging out. Wanted to say hi since we hit it off so well at that lunch when I stiffed you with the bill and caught you stealing free bread from the table. What the fuck?
And then she knows she's smarter than Paulie.
Yeah, and she's like, "You're always a bad kid."
Yeah.
You know.
So he knocks her on the floor and smothers her.
Well, he knocks her on the floor because he can't get it. She has a better defense than he does.
Yeah, she does.
She's overpowering him, and he's an enforcer for the mafia. You stunad.
She's got spunk.
Fungul.
And then he murders her. He killed Mims.
Killed her.
All she did was go to dinner with Paulie and his mom and say that she has cash in her house. And because she uttered that sentence, Paulie killed her.
And the reason Paulie's at the lunch with them is because he doesn't trust them to drive his precious mother around. He goes, "I'll drive." And then he's on a little tea date with her and her friends.
He's a murderer of old ladies.
He is such a fucking gavone. It's incredible.
But
And can I tell you my favorite part of this whole scene is him going under the bed, and you can hear his little tracksuit swishing under the bed, like little secrets are underneath the bed while he's moving around.
His windbreaker.
It's a windbreaker. Just like
Then, I mean, maybe he was onto something because the only way he gets back in Tony's good graces,
by giving him money.
he gives him Mims
Tony's
money.
like, "You rob a bank?"
Tony doesn't care.
Yeah, the Bank of Min.
Yeah. But like,
Also, can I just say,
Tony's happy though. But Tony's
yeah,
happy.
Tony's
with Paulie.
happy, and now everything's fine.
Everything's
'cause money
fine.
talks.
And bullshit walks.
Well, Min ain't bullshit because she ain't walking.
No, she'll be laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's a murder that he'll be able to get away with.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Again,
Go ahead.
how the fuck is he going to get away with this murder? There's fingerprints, breaking and entering. They're clearly going to look for something. They can't pull a print off of this fucking house.
Well, I don't think they dust for prints if they think that she died of natural causes.
Why do they think she died of natural causes when it's clear there was a breaking and entering?
Well, he didn't.
He used a crowbar to break into the house.
Maybe he just tidied it up.
Are you stupid?
What do I look like, Paulie Walnuts?
God forbid.
God forbid.
But again, how the fuck are they gonna get away? Like, I understand you can't. There's got to be some plot holes in, any
an old lady.
series or anything. But Christopher's shooting that cop. He's leaving cigarette butts in the fucking ashtray. There's the banister's broken. The guy's handcuffed, shot in the head. Oh, well, what do you know?
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Stroke. It blows my mind.
Well,
These little things. It kind of takes me out of it a little bit.
He wiped the gun, Christopher. He wiped the gun. The
Shut up.
Cop committed suicide.
Phone, and also you.
Both.
Yeah.
Same time, please. Not guilty. So, no, I mean, the cop was a suicide. They made it look like a suicide.
How is it a suicide when he's got handcuffs on him and the banister's broken? He's got a bruise on his head.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
And then a gunshot.
You never heard of a guy who likes to jerk himself
And
off
there's another
shooting
bullet in the fucking thing that was on the mantle. Cigarette butts with someone else's DNA on it. Are you stupid?
No. No, I'm not.
Oh, welcome to opposite day on Sopranos Prima Volta.
It's not opposite day.
If it was, that means
Shit.
Yep. So I guess this is welcome to Sopranos Multivolta.
It's my prima volta.
I'm Sam Roberts.
You're saying the opposite of even finance is Sam Roberts?
Uh-huh.
On this show, I guess, right?
In life.
What? That's an insult to you.
What?
Ooh, because I'm the man.
Opposite day.
Yes. You're good.
Woo!
You're good.
Like
you
a
are
hawk.
good. You are. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. You saw this 10 steps ahead.
Uh-huh.
Look at you. And you knew if you
Uh-huh.
ran into trouble, it would be opposite day. You knew. You knew. Hey, Ian.
Totally. Totally.
Now,
But again, like,
do you think
I-
Paulie's going to get himself in trouble again, or you think he's seen the light?
I mean, look, I think Paulie's going to get himself into trouble with the law because how is he not going to get caught for this murder?
You mean because he's so stupid?
Yes.
I see.
He's a killer past his prime. He just killed an old lady, breaking and entering, prints everywhere, swishing around with the windbreaker. surprised the neighbors didn't hear all the little secret switches that were going on.
Hello, officer. There's a commotion next door.
Commotion?
It's a lot of windbreaker noises.
Caught by the police, whatever. But that
I mean,
does
maybe
kinda
he was
take
in
me
jail
out.
before.
Yeah, but it's like you're not going to call the police and say I was robbed.
Once he's out of the house, he's out of the. He didn't know she was home. The cat burglar.
I would just like to see these guys use a little more precaution. You know,
They're professional.
like at Ralph's house, they're leaving Glad completely fucked up, and then he just disappears.
Maybe he had a party and left. But he under the bus.
No, we don't do that here.
You know who might have more problems than Paul? That's the real Tony.
Yeah.
So
Just a pig child.
so Fudio and Carmen, you know, making dates to come back to the house. I think they've both
Oh yeah, let's
lay a lot more than tiles. You lay pipe.
Oh
You
yeah.
lay pipe in the
Yeah, I
tile
got a
mart.
special grout right here for you, pal.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Are you
Mhm.
flirting with me right now, dude?
You wanna go to Homer?
What?
Make scones. No one in the house likes scones. Furio doesn't want it. Tony goes, I like the scone. And Carm's like, who gives a shit?
No, that's 100% right.
If only Furio could have Carm the way Tony does, he would never. Yeah.
It's like, it's enough, dude. It's enough. You're
It's like, you want to go upstairs? He's like, no, I don't want.
Why? Because Carmela will get jealous? She ain't going with you, dude.
Yeah.
She's the boss's wife, dude.
What are you doing?
What's your plan? I'll tell you what is. Did you for a second? Because crazy shit happens on this show. Did you for a second when
Think
Tony's.
Furio would throw Tony into that?
Mm-hmm.
No, clearly, no.
Mhm.
Tony's. What? There's
Like-
no.
Okay.
What is it? The Crow, and they're gonna Brendan Liam just CGI him. Was it Livia in season 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 3, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was coming the second you saw Tony piss it. First of all, I thought when they were pissing, the wind was going to blow Tony's piss onto Fudio,
Oh, that
and
would-
that was going to be
that
the
would've
straw
been
that broke
great.
the camel's back.
David Chase is probably watching this right now going, fuck.
Yeah, I
should've
thought
done-
that's what
I
was going to
should've- I
happen.
should've put the
that
piss
was
on
like the
Furio.
final thing of like, Tony is just this.
Just a couple of drops on his shoe.
Just a total pig sloshing around, doing whatever he wants, totally animalistic. And then the final thing, like a barnyard animal, he pisses on Fudio, and Fudio can't take it.
Yeah. Well,
But then, like, dude, that look of him and the propeller, I thought it was going to go into a sequence of him pushing him, and we see it, and then it's like, zoom, and it's just Furio
like it
looking
wasn't
at
really
him.
happening.
Yeah. And then Tony's like, hey, fucko, you know.
And then you realize he's really doing this right now. Like, you lost it, Furio.
Yeah.
You lost it. And Furio realized he lost it. And like a coward, tail between his legs, with a yellow stripe running down his back.
Goes to Italy at 4 a.m.
Heads back to, I don't know what flight leaves at 4 a.m.
Yeah. And you got rid of all the furniture too? What?
He didn't have a lot of furniture.
Well,
He didn't go to the tile place yet.
yeah, but he had nice accoutrements in the kitchen for his little coffee and olive oils.
Maybe they were rent. You know, like
He had a nice speaker system when he does little, fiesta.
Rent-A-Center.
Could
Could have all been Rent-A-Centered.
Furio.
What a piece of garbage. Everything Furio had was from Rent-A-Center. They came into
Called 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yeah.
Get all this shit out.
I'm going back to Italy. Take it all back. Take it all back. I almost killed Tony Soprano last night.
I had this microwave on a lease.
I'm fucked. I have to go back to Italy.
Come
Take
on,
it all
man.
back. Yeah, so he leaves, and I do think it's genius and brilliant, and I love that the show does stuff like this, where obviously Carm is extremely upset, like she's a high school girl, about Furio disappearing.
Yeah.
But what's hilarious is Tony's annoyed. Hey, he said he had to go back to Italy. He's my guy. He's just so
completely oblivious.
he's clueless and oblivious
to Furio's feelings and
Carm's, which is even insane. That's his wife.
Yeah.
Like he has no idea what is going on in his wife's life.
Not only that, it's so funny. He's like, there's a period. It's her menopause,
Yeah.
And Carm is just, again, like I go back to my analogy with the dream, she's just driving this car to slow death. She is consumed by death and destruction, and she is just driving slowly to her demise.
Do you don't think this is the end of Furio, or do you?
I don't know. I mean, I liked him before, but I've really grown to dislike him. Just in there, like, it reminds me of Mugatu in Zoolander when him and Todd look at each other and they just don't say anything, but they're like, oh, Todd.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's this like little thing, but also like, dude, when he's gone, first of all, also the whole start of this was Tony in front of Furio being like, we're going away.
Mhm.
And she had plans for the tile mart. And she's like, but what about packing?
Yeah.
And it's like, my mother's got eczema. We can't leave her.
Yeah.
Also, can we just say real quick, back in the last episode when they're at dinner and Hugh is
Hugh's the greatest.
Hugh is
that's
the
me.
best.
I'm Hugh.
Dude, at dinner, he's like, she was looking at recessed lighting. Just, do we have to go down and tell this story? She was looking at recessed lighting.
I love Hugh. He might be my favorite character on the whole show.
He's great.
Okay, so we're not sure if we're going to see Furio again. You're not even sure if you like him anymore.
Yeah.
If
Also, we haven't seen him enforce shit in forever.
Yeah, he's always enforcing.
He's a driver.
Yeah.
He's enforcing the fact that he's a fucking cuck.
Yeah, he is. Do you think that Tony ever finds out about Carm's feelings for Furio?
Why? How would he?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
My question is, do you think Tony has the capacity to understand? Like, he steps
That his
out.
wife has feelings for another man?
He's got feelings for a million other women.
Oh, yeah. Because if there's one thing that Tony Soprano is not, it's a hypocrite.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
He's the biggest hypocrite in the world.
But he would never hurt his wife or his kids.
No, he would never hurt his kids.
Mm.
He would hurt his wife.
You think?
Emotionally. 100%. He cheats on her all the time.
Right. But do you think that he would have the ability to understand or like reconcile with Carmela and have a reckoning of like, wow, because before he thought like, oh, I'm nothing without her. If I lose her, I'm done for. Because Melfi was like, you won't leave her, she'll leave you. I'm wondering if Tony will have a reckoning of like her coming clean and him like having this whole like if life flashed before his eye moment.
You think Tony's going to be able to accept the fact that she wanted another D?
It's not about the D.
It was. I mean,
It's about the E.
What does the E stand for?
Emotional.
ED.
Emotional
Dick.
desire.
Okay.
An emotional dick.
Yeah, because it's both.
Yeah.
I think
Florio would have an emotional dick.
I think so.
When he comes, he goes, "My pee-pee is crying. My pee-pee it cry.
I wonder if that would take Carmela out of it if Furio called it his pee-pee.
My pee-pee is...
My pee-pee.
You make my pee-pee cry.
Oh.
My pee-pee, she a cry. Ew, it's a she?
Probably is a she.
Yeah. My pee-pee, she cry.
No, I wouldn't imagine that Tony would have the emotional intelligence to handle that. I don't think so.
Really?
I couldn't imagine.
I don't know.
How him doing well with that information. Do you think he'll get that information?
I don't know, but I think
How would he?
Well, in the episode, he so misses a mark. And we didn't even get into that dinner at college with Meadow and her friends.
One of my favorite scenes ever. It's
Dude.
not gay.
It's what if he's gay? Why does everything have to be gay? It's like, Carm, are you in Florida right now?
like even Tony is like, cool it, Carm.
Yeah.
What is this?
It is incredible how relevant that is to what's happening right now in this country. Carm, without a doubt, would have a MAGA hat, like a MAGA flag on the front yard.
150%.
Holy shit.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Carm is upset because Meadows' teachers are telling her that all her books are about gay people.
Yeah.
He's not gay.
No, what if...
And then Meadows, typical college student Meadows, like, actually, Mom, it is.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And then AJ's like, I didn't know they had fags back then. And everyone's like,
AJ. Man, I lose respect for Carmela in those moments because it's like, I understand you have a crush on a dude, but don't be a homophobe in front of your kids because you're stressed out because your crush is gone.
Right. Well, that was my question. Like, what is her deal with gay people in this moment? Like,
She's-
why
I-
does she
she's
take
just-
that stand? Is it because of her, like, that makes her a better Catholic?
I think she's just
That's
stressed.
her, like, moral compass purity thing popping up again.
No, I think she's just in over her head and stressed out. Like,
Right.
she's
Yeah,
just
I
angry.
was wondering, how is this dinner gonna go down when she just found out this devastating news? And, like, I really feel for her because
Until
she is
becomes
trapped.
a homophobe.
Well, aside from that, I feel for her in terms of, like, Furio was the only spark she has in her dimly lit life.
Yeah, which she
And
chose.
Now, yes, she chose, but at the same time, she's in such a fucking rut and such a hole that she's willing to entertain this idea of having an affair with her husband's enforcer. And then that guy goes away and she's just lost. She's got nothing. The carpet has been ripped out from underneath her. And
And
this,
it matches the drapes. The carpet.
this is Tony's wife. What are you, Fudio? Say that it ain't no magic carpet. Ain't gonna fly back and pick her up.
No, it isn't.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that whole thing is explained in that final scene.
Well, also before we get to that, I just
Yeah.
want to say at dinner, it's just so typical Tony, where he is only interested in him, and then he's just like shrugging everything off until he makes a joke, and then he shows interest in that girl, the Spanish royalty.
Yeah. I mean, Tony is as transparent as a piece
You
of
can, like,
cellophane.
Tell when Tony puts his face.
And can you imagine being Carmela? Obviously, Carmela knows when Tony puts his
Yeah. Are you really gonna try to fuck your daughter's roommate? Wrong yet.
That's true. Patsy's a good soldier, and Meadow has been nothing but wonderful. We see at the end of the episode, Tony always wanted to create, and Carm, as weak as we've ever seen her on the show. Yes.
Heartbreaking.
Oof. Just a shell of a human being.
Heartbreaking. I mean, a smart, independent, beautiful woman that you dreamed about. Isn't that what you wanted?
wanted to have Ian or wanted to be?
Wanted to be. And Carm is almost jealous of Meadow and taking it out on Meadow when she goes, men take their time.
Yeah.
When Meadow's like, he won't say I love you. She's taking out her Furio shit on Meadow.
I think the thing that Carm is most jealous of with Meadow is the potential.
Yeah.
The potential that comes with youth. When you're young, everything's in front of you. Everything is potential. And I think that Carm in this moment is so dissatisfied with the life that she made and she chose that she resents the fact that Meadow can do what she wants and is capable of doing what she wants.
Yeah, not only that, Carm initially was a Meadow where she had hope and she had all these dreams, and she's been beaten down by Tony and time and disappointment after disappointment where there's no hope for her.
Carm started as a Meadow. She's barely a field now.
And unlike a Meadow, Carm will never bloom. Carm is a caterpillar that will never turn into a butterfly.
I mean, I don't think anybody would say a meadow blooms.
Flowers in meadows bloom.
Yeah, but the meadow is
where the flowers are.
A bunch of the meadow is grass.
But there are flowers in the meadow.
Sometimes.
And the scorpion fable was about trust.
I mean, I've been 100% right about the scorpion fable from the beginning.
On the other side of the water.
Never.
I was right about the caterpillar and butterfly, though.
What about it?
That represents Carmela. And that she will never become the butterfly that she wanted to be.
Why would that be in Tony's dream?
Because Tony, little things seep in, just like the thing with Pussy. He didn't know for certain that he was a rat, but he started to get these little things in his dreams.
But the butterfly doesn't die.
No, but Ralph does. And the butterfly is on Ralph.
So does Gloria.
Yeah.
And so do the hopes and dreams of Carmela.
Yep.
And Furio.
Boom, bitch.
And who killed all of them? T-Dog. We got one episode left of The Sopranos.
T-Dog.
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 We got one episode left of The Sopranos season 4, Ian.
Yeah.
The season finale is our next breakdown on Prima Volta. Do you have any predictions? Or thoughts?
I thought there were 2 more episodes left. There's 1.
It's 13 episodes. Yeah, 1.
Wow. No.
It's not 14 episodes, bro.
You sure? Is it opposite day?
I checked, by the way.
I bet you think of Whitman's there's 2 more.
That was bullshit that you said it was opposite day because I checked. It wasn't ever.
What?
You fucked on me on that one. Now, let me see. I'm going to go to HBO Max right now.
Do it.
Okay.
I'll put a Whitman's on. Putting a Whitman's on the line.
Whitman's is on the line.
Whitman's is on the line.
Winner gets both.
I think.
Winner gets both of these.
Yeah.
Both of these nuts.
D's nuts.
I said it first.
Jigs, you owe me a Whitman's.
Okay, that's not how that works.
Jigs, you owe me a Whitman's. I really think there's 2 more episodes.
Okay, let's go into.
Oh, come on. Give it to
series.
me, baby.
I'm going to click.
Yep. Offspring. Meadow is the offspring of Tony.
Man, you are deep. I'm looking for words.
I'm in too deep. Sum 41.
I love Sum 41.
Yep.
It's not an NSFW comedy.
41 is probably the age of Tony.
He's way older than 41.
No, I thought a couple years ago he was like 39.
He is a rough 41 then.
Yeah, well, he's lived a life.
And he's overweight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to
I
S.
bet there is 2 more episodes. I'm pretty sure there's 14.
I don't think so.
If there's 14, I am king of the castle.
Of Sam Trioli's?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Ian Trioli's.
No,
After this.
I don't want that. Okay. Sopranos.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
we're on season 4, obviously. I've been rewatching.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
5,
Yes.
6,
Yes.
7,
Yes.
8,
Yes.
9,
Yes.
10,
Yes.
11. That was last week.
Don't lie to me.
12 is that's a Domino's thing.
You're getting a Domino's
Ooh,
update.
got a little coupon
Wow.
ski coming.
Hey, Domino, it's Italian.
Eloise is what we're looking at today, right?
Yes.
12. There's
13.
white caps. It's an hour and 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Weird that the second to last episode would be a long one.
Right.
That's usually reserved for finales.
Weird that they would kill off a main character in the 9th episode.
More like
What do you
this.
think?
More like this is what that says.
Maybe when I was looking, it said like it was like another thing that was like behind the scenes extras. Fuck, are you serious? Over my dead fucking body.
That's the plan.
Oh, opposite day. I'm gonna live forever. Woo!
Hey, look. Of course he doesn't know how many episodes there are in the season. It's his Prima Volta, for God's sake.
Very
I've
true.
gotten to watch these episodes over and
Yep.
over again, and I love getting to go
You're
on this
right.
journey with you. Ian Fidance, you can follow him at iAnimal69 because it's
Woo!
the coolest number
Yeah, I'm 37.
on all forms of social media. See him when he's touring, sometimes with David Talon, a city near you.
Yes.
On
On my own too.
and on your own.
Yes.
Comedy Cellar a lot of time.
Every night of the week when I'm not on the road, baby.
Uh-huh.
And fuck, where am I going to be? I'm forgetting. You got to check out my Instagram, and I'm going to update my website, ianfidance.com, with all my dates, because I'm going to be in San Diego, Chicago, Nashville, Alabama, Ohio, Cleveland,
Whoa.
Cuyahoga Falls. You can't believe it.
Cuyahoga. Well, if you're a Comandantore, you make sure that you say a salute when you see
A salud.
Ian Fidance. You make sure you hit subscribe, turn your alerts on so you know when a new episode
Yes.
goes up. Leave
Appreciate
a comment. Appreciatato. The fact that there's no
Grazie. Appreciatato.
that there's no spoilers. And we will see you next week for the finale,
Yes.
episode 13, the finale.
I knew there were only 13 episodes. I just love to hear you talk.
Opposite day.
I
So
don't
I
like
was
hearing
right.
you talk.
However, I'm hurt. Make sure you tune in because I've seen it before. Maybe you've seen it before. But if you're like Ian, it will be your Prima Volta.
Is this a Talking Heads?
This is a place of business. You bringing toys in here?
Ay, ay, ay. Adios, paisans.